Great to have you join us. Welcome to the Sports Republic show right here on Voice of the People TV. It's a very day to talk about sports. Hope you had a very great night because yesterday we saw great football. But I have David in the building with me to talk this out. Welcome again, David. Great.
A very good morning to you, Kizzy. I kind of just told myself it looks like Kizzy is disappointed by the result of yesterday's game. But then, yes, you just rightly mentioned there was a beautiful game of football yesterday. It ended just one goal. Most of us did not see it coming.
Yeah.
But what happens to Dortmund going to
Paris Saint-Germain?
PSG?
They had a great game yesterday. They did so well. It was just an away game. I mean, it was a home game. But for PSG, going to France, we'll see. We'll see. Well, quickly, let's get to the show properly. Welcome again. I am Kizzy K. It's about Finidi this time around. What do you expect? Let's talk about Finidi George, the newly appointed Super Eagles head coach. Finidi George has emphasized that the critical need for a collective effort to ensure Nigeria's qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Speaking after his appointment, the outgoing coach of the Enyimba International of Aba pledged to do his best to lead the Super Eagles to a very, very big successful outing. The Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) announced Finidi's appointment on Monday. He faced the challenging task of guiding the Super Eagles out of their current third-place position in the Group C and securing a spot in the World Cup. Set to be hosted by Canada, Mexico, and also the United States, Nigeria has 2 points from 2 matches. That's so bad. Trailing group leaders Rwanda by 2 points and second place South Africa by just 1 point adrift. On June 3 in Ujo, followed by Benin Republic, and then in Abidjan for June 10. So we have 2 crucial games coming up, and Finidi just need to get us right on this very one. But away from Finidi, still connected to Finidi just one way. Enyimba Football Club penalized for disruptive behavior during a match. That's from the MPFL, the local news. The Nigerian Football Federation Disciplinary Committee has penalized Enyimba Football Club following the team's disruptive conduct during the MPFL match against Doma United in that very game played at Enyimba International Stadium in Aba, and that was for match 10. The game, which had remained goalless for 88 minutes, took a chaotic turn around when Enyimba scored a disruptive goal that was initially ruled for offside. I thought that was like a magic now offside. Now the chaos ensued when Enyimba players and officials stormed the field to confront the referee after the disallowed goal. The situation escalated as the crowd breached the pitch, forcing the referee to seek refuge in an outside broadcasting van under pressure from Enyimba personnel and rowdy fans. The referee reversed his decision, which later led to severe criticism. Now, the disciplinary committee during this investigation found that the referee's action were in violation to FIFA and also AFAP, that's IFAP, I beg your pardon, laws of the game. Now, the committee concluded that the initial offside decision should have stood and reprimanded that the referee on his regular conduct should have done better. Now, they also criticized the match commissioner for failing to maintain control during the critical 8 minutes in that very game. Following the rule, the committee overturned the altered scoreline and upheld the original 0-0 result. Consequently, the 3 points awarded to Enyimba Football Club were awarded to 1, while Doma United gained 1 point as well. So this deduction shifted the Enyimba position on the table. The MPFL log from 2nd to 3rd, 4 points behind leaders Rangers International. So maybe the Flying Antelopes want to run. They have to just make that move, take advantage. But for Enyimba, bad outing. David, did you see that incident? I mean, it's your own Enyimba. You love Enyimba very well.
Well, the truth is, because it's Enyimba does not mean we shouldn't, tell the truth.
Yeah, we're talking about it now.
Right now, it's a very terrible incident. And I'm happy that the disciplinary committee of the MPFL has come out to dish out this sanctions on them. It's a good one, really. But for me, I want to look beyond this. We want to see on every of our games, beautiful football, not marred by referee being coerced or pressured or even threatened. I mean, from what you actually just said now, he had to run for his life. So
you need to do so.
A VOB van. It's a very terrible thing to see in our football. And that also goes to say that if only our governments can help with an enabling environment, help in, also providing security at the pitches, that would also be a level of deterrence, because some of these things would not happen if we had some top security personnel around the stadium as well.
Yeah, let's look at it from another perspective. Are we ever going to see the VAR in Nigerian football? Would you love to see that? Because if there was a VAR or marginal offside rule be shown, if there was a VAR, you could go back to check. If there was a VAR, the people can see on the board.
Very true.
So it would have been so obvious. It would have helped us a bit. Do you think we should implement the VAR in our league system?
Well, the truth is, never say never.
Right.
Because, like you always say, the best time to start is now.
Yeah.
And if the MPFL feel at this time we are ready for this, but I doubt if they're actually ready, because right now we're still battling with some of the securities. I mean, in fact, we're even battling with televised games.
Yeah.
There are no quality, camera.
We don't have a lot of broadcasting for our league games.
For our league games.
Our weekends.
So that also goes to tell you that there's a lot of work to be done in the league. If the Davidson Omi-led MPFL can do all they can do right now to at least secure a broadcasting right that is heavy enough for the MPFL, maybe we might be seeing some level of improvement from there on.
Okay, so we still hope, just maybe, like the IMC himself, the man, Benga Adegbalaya, also put one or two stuff in place to see that we come out very strong. Let's move to the UCL yesterday games played. Did you see those games? UEFA Champions League outing was amazing. I love what I saw. It was about the Dortmund. And I talked about it here yesterday, and I said, if they are not careful, everywhere will be yellow. And it's a signal he do in the park yesterday. Our Fulkrug was just the man. He stole the show. He came out well. Ousmane Dembele, former player for Paris and for Dortmund, also wasn't really on his A game, but he was far better than Kylian Mbappe. So we need to talk about Mbappe. What's going on most of the first legs? He's not really doing well. But players like Ian Madsen, a loanee from Chelsea, Jadon Sancho, my goodness, my man of the match. I would give him again. We saw good Tedon Terzic philosophy of the game overriding the Paris Saint-Germain. But if you did miss that game, this is just a quick detail about it. And Nicolas Fulkrug first half strike was just enough to give Borussia Dortmund 1-0 win over Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg semi-final clash at the Signal Iduna Park. The Fulkrug goal was scored in the 36th minute to hand the Bundesliga giant the first leg advantage. The game saw France international Ousmane Dembele return to his club, former club star Borussia Dortmund. Also, Achraf Hakimi as well made a return to Dortmund, but could not prevent PSG from falling to the defeat. Now, Dortmund, Jadon Sancho completed 12 dribbles against PSG on Wednesday night. It's just the most vital player in the Champions League semi-final since Barcelona, Lionel Messi, in April 2008 against Man United 16. Now, the second leg comes up next, and that will be for Tuesday at the Parc des Princes. The Les Parisiens were left unfolded in that very game. They were taken off guard, like they didn't see it coming. You know something about that very game again? I saw Obakola, who wasn't on his A game. He was astounding all the time. He got on the game, he got substituted, it wasn't so good. Vitinha was struggling in the middle of the park. Marquinhos, Mendes really suffered in the hands of Jadon Sancho. Now, other side, Karim Adeyemi was a turn on the flesh on, the Moroccan international Achraf Hakimi. And when you see that game, you would know that Dortmund, they know they've been in this position before. They know that we need to get everything right, because if we go to France, but although I don't really think there will be much different, I'm not trying to root for who's coming out, but I doubt there will be a difference.
You know why I'm just laughing?
Why?
I'm wondering how quick you are forgetting.
No, I can't be quick.
How
you know why?
Forgetting what Luis Enrique did
in the
to get to this stage.
I know, but you cannot write off those Germans.
Look, I'm talking about a manager that have won serially.
Right.
And who technically is gifted. Now, he would have seen all that went wrong in the game yesterday.
Okay.
I dare say, going to Paris next week, Dortmund should be ready to be caged to the barest minimum. Because I know very well how Luis Enrique can really come out to play you. I mean, he did it in the last quarterfinal against Barcelona, and he won. So that's to tell you again that, of course, they would have their own plan. But you can also take away the fact that the Dortmund side are hungry and they're also raring to go.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting game of football. But I think on both legs, PSG is going to pull through.
So you see PSG coming out in the next leg.
Same way they did against Barcelona.
You talk about Enrique, and you might not really know this Edin Terzic a lot. you just might not know him well with his style of play. We know Enrique is a philosopher in the game. We know how good he can manage a team. But one thing is inevitable. You cannot write off a Dortmund side if they come out hungry this time like they did. You know, the only mistake they made yesterday for me, they would have made the margins count a lot because we don't have the away goal rule anymore.
Oh,
so
yes,
we do aggregate. So aggregate has given some teams an edge. You know, that's how Atalanta got it right.
That's how they
came at Anfield. I mean, a lot of goals on Anfield. Got to Bergamo, 1-0 they lost and still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Right? But if at Dortmund, the likes of Sabitzer, Emre Can in the middle of the park, Schoberg, all of those guys come out the way. Now, I feel like an intent that you have to take away the 1-0 and say that let's just go and play. You know what they did yesterday?
And then they get whooped.
There's a weak point about PSG. Let me even say, Enrique will have to think too much now because what he thought that he played in the second leg of Barcelona, sorry to say, that was what he played yesterday. That second leg philosophy you hail so much in quotes, which everybody respects. Now, he played with Bacola, who didn't start the first leg against Barcelona.
Yeah.
And yesterday, Bacola started just like the way Barcelona second leg. Then Kylian Mbappe was playing like the number 9, which he did the other side. But the first leg was a reversion where we saw Randa Colomani or Gonzalo Ramos, one of them started. Mbappe by the left. So he will need to think, not even thinking twice, he needs to think more. Because if you want to win a Dortmund, and another one again, sorry to say, I noticed something about PSG, David. PSG team can easily be caged. Do you know what the Dortmund side did yesterday? Jadon Sancho was, oh goodness me, I should talk about Sancho a little bit. He was enjoying himself. He had fun. He was calling for the balls. I want to play. I want to feel this ball. He got the flares. He wanted to prove. He played like he wanted to prove a point.
Right.
And when you saw Sancho, that was the Sancho we know. And I'm so sure you're jealous of what you saw yesterday.
You're
not jealous.
It's just a one-game wonder.
One game wonder.
Trust me.
Have you been following the Bundesliga on Sancho?
Definitely.
He's doing well now.
He's only playing, so no disrespect to his personality.
Service and game, yeah.
But here's the thing. You do not blow hot today and 3 games after you are cold.
Yeah.
That's a Jadon Sancho for you. And it's not needed. They were caged 2 games before now in the league.
Right, they lost 4-1 to RB Leipzig.
So what are we saying?
That's
a Jadon Sancho for you.
I don't think I want to hold
I will not be surprised in the second leg.
You know what happened in the last game? There's a set of players.
In the second leg, he will play absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay.
I would not be surprised.
Who wants to cage him? Mendes, who suffers from him? Or they'll come back well?
Look, again, I come back to the tactical brilliance of Enrique.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my being biased.
No, it's not about being.
He's being gifted.
You're making a sense when you say he's being gifted. He's got the football methodology. I mean, his concept is second to none, right?
So with that understanding alone, I know he will pull out the chestnut in the second leg.
Do you think he never wanted to win yesterday?
Of
if he had his way, he gave out his best yesterday.
And kudos to him and his entire team. It was just 1 goal.
You call it 1 goal?
It was just 1 goal.
Just 1 goal.
Rivers United were outside by that same 1 goal in the CAF Confederations Cup. A lot of teams fall by just that 1 goal margin. And then when you go to Paris and then they destroy by 3 goals.
This set of players we see in Dortmund. Okay, let's keep it on the hold. Let's wait to know. I already hold you on this year. They say for next week, Dortmund will believe in the Champions League. Okay, let's see how that plans out.
I hope that happens.
Quickly, let's give you more update about club football. Aston Villa in the news. Aston Villa eye top 4, but focus on Europe major priority. They play tonight against Olympiacos in the Conference League. Aston Villa manager Unai Emery insists sustained Premier League ambition will not overshadow their first major European semi-final for the 2 years. Now, the Spanish boss acknowledged that securing the top 4 finish, about this man, saying he just remains, he wants to be focused, and that's his priority. But he's also determined to keep his squad focused as they face the Greek side Olympiacos in the Europa Conference League today, and that's the first leg of the semi-final. Now, Aston Villa remarkable transformation under Emery could see them qualify for the Champions League if Tottenham lose to Chelsea tonight. Now, however, the team's immediate focus is on their upcoming European clash, their first continental semi-final win since the European Cup in 1982. Now, Emery, who was also had an impressive record in the European competition, having won the Europa League 4 times with Sevilla and also at Villarreal in the Spanish La Liga eSports, and reaching the final with Arsenal. And also reaching the final with Arsenal was a very key one we can talk about. Caution that his experience does not guarantee success. Aston Villa also will be without suspended key man, goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez, World Cup winner, and midfield throughout Yuri Tillmans due to injury, but the manager remains optimistic, stating football is only to win. You know, Aston Villa, let's talk about Aston Villa, David, right? They are quality.
Yep.
Aston Villa is a Champions League winning side, even though we just won, but it's a record to keep. You cannot throw it away. You can't just be dumped in the dust like that.
Something we desire that.
Yeah, something, but whichever way, they got to just give this man a new contract, Emery, and the team looks compacted. They have this togetherness, I see. I don't think Olympiacos will be able to contain them tonight.
Well, he's done.
We'll talk about Emery.
He's done amazingly well. That's goalkeeper there, Emilio Martinez, is the only person for me who.
Yeah, it's a blow.
Is going to be
off, right?
A major blow.
Olsen will man the post. Olsen's also good.
But then let's also identify the fact that the strength at which Unai Emery has given this team, the identity is something to write.
Yeah, but he's trying to tell the media, don't even think about my experience and the rest of that. Let's take it off. I'm focused. That's the best way to go about football games.
Right.
Get focused. Stop thinking about what you've achieved over time.
True.
The time is now. There's
Very
no time.
true.
There's no better time than now. Let's get it right. But do you see an Emery side triumphing tonight?
They should.
They should.
I'm hoping they should.
Villa
Because,
Park.
yes, I'm hoping they should because Ole Watkins is still fine and all
very good quality player.
And for me, he's another player that I think might leave Aston Villa this season, but I don't think he might because if they make top four, I mean, why
Europe?
Why not play Europe and enjoy it? You know, but
with a team you know well.
Exactly. But then again, tonight is going to be a very interesting night. But I think Aston Villa should still pull through on both legs.
Okay. Let's still talk about club football. UEL, to call this one the Europa League tonight is a very big night again. Oh, goodness. How Daniele De Rossi will play today against our quality manager, Xavi Alonso. It's a very big game because you know what? They are still having that European unbeaten. That of the league is just like a small one. So you could say that the Arsenal invisible game back in 2004 was just a mere one. This one is big, not just the league, but in Europe. Would that record be broken tonight? I'll tell Matteo. Well, quickly, let's give you an update about De Rossi, who has won out his team about one man majorly, Victor Boniface, and also Nathan Taylor also as a threat. Now, AS Roma manager Daniele De Rossi is cautioning his side about the impact of Leverkusen, Victor Boniface, and Nathan Taylor ahead of the UEFA Europa League semi-final clash tonight. Roma will host the newly crowned champion in the Bundesliga in the first leg at the Stadio Olimpico on Thursday tonight. Boniface also has returned strongly after a 3-month injury layoff, scoring 5 goals and providing 1 assist in 7 Europa League games. Now, Taylor also has been influential for Bayer Leverkusen, contributing 1 goal and 1 assist in 9 outings. The Roma side, talking about the Roma side, will need to be at their very best to contain the threat posed by these two players in what is expected to be a very, very tough encounter. I know that tonight would be a key game. I know that Daniele De Rossi has done a lot with the Roma side. I know that he's going to get in best of his guys. The likes of Pellegrini will also be on his A game. El Shawari, you know, Lukaku, I love to talk about him. Tammy is back to give the team an edge in the middle of the pack. I mean, and up front there. And also that's Ndika. We saw him off the other time. He's still returning. Smalling, quality team. They are good to go. You know, Spinazzola. You know, all of these Italian names look very key to talk about. But no disrespect to the Grimaldo, the Florian Wirtz, the Boniface, the Taylor, you know, Nathan Taylor, our key players, the Shaka, the Arsenal man. And you want to give more record again to that very team. There's a guy also who is doing well, Frimpong. You know, they have a very quality team. Would that record be broken tonight?
It's going to be, I mean, this was just one of the games I've been looking for.
This is the key game for today.
All through the European games. A side that is a bit compact presently.
Yeah.
Roma at this point are trying so hard not to concede that much. But of course, you have a team that has a mentality in their head, we can never lose.
Yeah.
Can never lose.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's a top top job for De Rossi and his team, because look at it from this perspective. They're playing a side that have been already crowned champions.
Yeah, in the Bundesliga.
So
they're coming with that mentality.
That mentality is on one part. They're coming also with the mentality of the fact that we've not lost in Europe.
Yeah.
So we're never going to lose to you guys at all. And that would, of course, spell out a lot that will happen in that game tonight. And I don't want to miss this for anything at all. I mean, Xabi Alonso also would want to keep his record. Yeah. He also knows very well that right now, what we need to do is to make sure that at least we get, of course, get our first win if possible. Or the worst of all, a draw. And then go back to Germany and kill it off. Okay, so let's give you more update about our same line, club football. But this is the Europa League. Atalanta Gasparini, the oldest Serie A manager, Gianpiero Gasparini, has cautioned the side on the game tonight against the side of Gassi. Aubameyang is fine on all cylinders, so they should be very wary of that man. But Atalanta coach Gianpiero Gasparini has downplayed his team's chances ahead of their Europa League semi-final first leg against Marseille, emphasizing that they are not favourites. In a pre-match conference, Gasparini highlighted the challenge of facing the French side on their home turf. The title of favourite doesn't count for much. What matters is how you play on the pitch. He said this to the media. Today we have more credibility because we eliminated Liverpool, but we always start from 0-0. Our first ambition is to have a very good match here and then stand tall, have courage and quality when faced with this sort of games. The coach also noted that Atlanta's journey this season has been remarkable and sensational, with significant achievements in various competitions. Gasparini acknowledged the challenge ahead, indicating that both Atalanta and Marseille have earned their place in the Europa League semi-final. This season has been very, very extraordinary for all Gasparini. So tonight, they are coming with a high mentality. They want Liverpool, and if I can win the Liverpool, who is the Marseille? Let me crush them. Well, that would be their own doing if they should underrate this Marseille team. I mean, a team that could fight their way to the semi-finals, they are no pushovers.
Yeah.
Whether or not you are favorite on paper, which of course he acknowledged that being favorites is more like a pressure that they are trying to put off them. But again, on both legs, I clearly would say that Atalanta should get a win, because I carefully know that Gasparini would not want to lose at home, not even to this this Marseille side that are also struggling as well. But
both sides are scoring sides. Atlanta score what Marseille scores goals.
Well, Atlanta still can defend very well. Atlanta defends very, very well, which again is going to be a plus for them. Being their first leg, they will be hoping to get that win.
So what team will you say would come out tonight?
I think Atlanta should. Atlanta should, because I know for a fact that they are the team that are, well, I want to say in form and ready to go.
So tipping for the final for the Europa, what team do you see playing what team? I mean, Roma leaving out or Leverkusen to play any of this?
For this particular
it will be very tough,
final,
right?
It's going to be Bayer Leverkusen, carefully, I choose my words, playing a Roma side. On both legs.
All right. He's already taken side. That's David E. Well, let's give you more update about this one. Victor Osimhen and Lookman in the news for the Serie A team of the month. Talk about the players who emerged right. Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman have been named in the Serie A team of the month by April. Talk about Football Facts and Statistics website. Now, Osimhen, the reigning African king, scored one of Napoli's goal in the 4-2 victory against Monza. If you see that game, if you did see that game, and also found the back of the net again. Napoli 2 to draw with Frosinone. Now, he also scored his 14th league goal in the Serie A of this season, and also 2 to draw against Roma. He's been scoring, and Osimhen is doing well for himself. Also, Ademola Lookman for the Gasparini side had a strong April outing, scoring 1 goal and providing 3 assists for Atalanta in the Serie A. His performance thus far and those of Osimhen helped them respectively to aim and maintain competitiveness in the Italian top flight. Do you celebrate these guys?
Well, it's a good thing to know that
it's just April. Can they be consistent? Can we get more? But let's celebrate them for now, though.
April.
It's just April. That's still a month. I mean, what happened to the February that passed, January?
Well, the fact that they are getting this momentum is good.
Right.
And, of course, very good for our preparation going to the World Cup in June. World Cup qualifiers in June. Which, of course, we're hoping that if Cup-Finidi George would help us do better with some of the players that we have. But then, it's a plus for them to be in the Player of the Month for the month of February. I beg your pardon. April.
Okay, so more updates. I love to share this one with you. This one is my teammate. I literally played with him. This is my teammate, Rafael Onyedika. We've been talking while in Midland. We play together in Nigeria as well. But he's doing the job by foot, and I'm doing it by mouth. I'm talking about a presenting job, but no disrespect. Anyway, Onyedika, the man is here on your screen, a very good friend of mine. We play together in the midfield 10 and 4. Like, you know what I mean at that point. I love to say that, defensive and attacking. Congratulations to that, my friend. Onyedika, I like to call him Onyedika Chimfo, wins Club Brugge Player of the Month. Rafael Onyedika has been named Club Brugge Player of the Month for April. The Nigerian defensive midfielder received the accolade after scoring 3 goals and provided 1 assist in 7 appearances across all camps during this month. Now, this is the first time Onyedika has won this award since joining Club Brugge. He earned 37% of the votes, edging out the likes of Northern Jericho's 28%, Mekai Scorer's 24.8%, who came in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Onyedika has made 44 appearances across all competitions this season, contributing to Club Brugge's ongoing Belgian Jubilee Pro League title chase and their semi-final spot in the UEFA Europa League Conference League, I beg your pardon. And we'll see that tonight. I wish him all of the best. I could celebrate him. I'm going to get out this clip on YouTube. I'm going to send it to him. Congratulations to you, Onyedika, for this very one you've got in yourself. I mean, everybody should be proud of you. I know his stories. I mean, his story looks... Let's not even go to his story. This guy, I think it's Nigeria. We are in Nigeria, Anambra State, on nature to be exact. That's where his mom is really, really a very big prayer woman. She prays for him all. I mean, she lives in the church.
Yeah, she's the son of a praying mother.
Like that of Rubiales, you know Rubiales' story. Okay, so congratulations to you, that man, Onyedika, for winning that very award. I must say, I'm happy and I celebrate you. Everybody loves you, right? You know, the people of Anambra State, you know how to say it. And man, I'll go talk O2 and the rest of that. But all the best of luck. Quickly, let's give you more updates. Rangers Cyril days are up for Player of the Month, and that's for Rangers. Nigeria players are everywhere. What's going on? They're scattering Europe now. Why?
You know, that's the part that excites me. I'm hoping really that we translate it when they come together to play as a team. I am seriously hoping. When you have a Cyril Desa, Onyedika, Ademola Lookman, Osime, Victor Boniface, Teller. Come on. A lot of these guys are doing so well. And we're excited. We're only hoping that Finidi George would be given the exact space.
But you talk about this man. Don't you think, Cyril Desa, do you know if you want to do it by form and what he's won himself and also how he's been consistent? If we start a national team football today, he should get a start. If you want to do by club form, I'm just saying.
Oh, well.
Because it's on top form at this point.
Very, very
than
true.
any of the Nigerian international strikers.
Very, very true. Again, it's also up on the handlers of the Super Eagles
to give him that space, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay, maybe Finidi, we'll have to call him and tell him what to do. I'm so sorry, you can't do that. I'll talk about tennis quickly. Daniel Medvedev in the story, but we keep him on the sideline. I'll talk about the Spanish international. Rublev ends Alcaraz Madrid Open title bid. It's the Rublev, the name. You know he's not Spanish, but Alcaraz, how can you lose such a game in the Madrid Open? Carlos Alcaraz's quest for a third straight Madrid Open title was thwarted by a Russian 7th seed, Andrei Rublev. Rublev overcame a set down to defeat Alcaraz 4-6, 6-3, 6-2 in the quarterfinals, snapping Alcaraz's 14-match winning streak in the Spanish league. Now, also talking about the 20-year-old Alcaraz, who was aiming to become the first player to win 3 consecutive Madrid Open singles title. I felt he should have gotten on this one. Struggled to find his rhythm against Rublev after a tough win against the Jan Lennard Struff earlier in the tournament. Despite taking the opening set, Alcaraz, despite taking that one, showed signs of fatigue, allowing Rublev to capitalize with 30 winners. Now, Rublev's win marks a turnaround for him, ending a 4-match losing streak against Alcaraz and securing a spot in the semifinal. He will now face American 12th seed Taylor Fritz, who secured his 250 top level and also top level win by beating Argentina Francisco Cerundolo. That result was 6-1, 3-6, 6-3. Alcaraz exit is now a very big blow to Spanish people, hoping to see him in Madrid after 5-time champion Rafael Nadal defeat Jerry Lenchaka in Tuesday game, likely marking Nadal's last appearance at the tournament. Madrid Open is not celebrating this one.
Oh well,
the Madrid people,
the Madrid players,
the Madrid team. I mean, Madrid is a place in Spain. Madrid is a very big place, very nice place actually in Spain. They are not happy about this. They wish they would see Rafael Nadal play Alcaraz.
Let me go a bit from there. Would you rather do journalism in Madrid or Saudi Arabia?
I'm gonna keep it on the sideline. I'm not gonna talk about that.
All right, fantastic. Well, painfully, the Madrid players I beg your pardon, the Spanish players are leaving the tournament, the Madrid Open. It's a painful one, but then it goes to say that the tennis game is now becoming beautiful.
Yeah.
Rublev is not a pushover. Anyways, the Russian Rublev is not a pushover. He's also a very serious force to reckon with. I think some time ago he was world number 3. Yeah, world number 3. But right now, I like the fact that he's also coming up back into fitness and space. But again, give it up to the dominance of the Spanish side in the world of tennis.
Okay. Right, let's give you updates in Formula One now. Red Bull design chief Adrian Newey to leave team in 2025. We have seen a lot of stories in the Red Bull, and this one has been announced. The Red Bull has said that their design chief Adrian Newey will depart the team in early 2025 following allegation about them and also the principal Christian Horner. Newey, widely regarded as the greatest designer in Formula One history, informed the Red Bull of his decision last week. While Newey's future has been in doubt, it's also been confirmed that Ferrari is emerging as a frontrunner to secure his service. Ferrari just want to catch up anybody. The 65-year-old design legend is expected to leave Red Bull with a significant impact, with sources indicating that this could contribute to the development of a 2026 car design for whichever team he will be joining. If he joins Ferrari, and I don't know if Lewis will still move because it's looking shaky, but let's be concerned about Red Bulls. Max Verstappen might leave.
Oh well.
Might leave, and if this man is leaving as well, that will be a shake.
I think there's a problem with Red Bull presently.
At this point,
which is very visible even to the blind, because Verstappen is saying I'm leaving, and then the designer of the cars is also saying I'm leaving. So it simply means maybe there is some internal rancor that the world is not seeing.
Because they're not coming out to state the reason, the major reason why they're leaving.
Red Bull to Ferrari, that's a major move, and
it looks like a Ferrari is trying to do a rebuilding or restructuring.
Which of course,
but if you have Adrian Newey, see, David, have you seen his car design? If you see his designs, sometimes I wonder if he can actually design for clothes brands, because he's a very good designer. No, for truth, he does well.
Well,
I'm never seeing this happening. I'm still thinking if it will ever happen, because I doubt they want to let him go.
If the young man feels at this point, I'm not getting freedom to do my design the way I want it, it's for me to leave. I mean, it's not a lifetime contract that I signed with you. So if he wants to leave, he's free to leave.
Okay, so lastly, before we go on a break, let's give you some transfer updates. Gossip, they call it rumor. Quick one, Arsenal are prepared to listen to offers for 27-year-old Brazil forward Gabriel Jesus this summer, according to reports stating out this. And also the Gunners are hopeful Italy midfielder. His name is Jorginho, 32, will snub an interest from Juventus, Lazio, Napoli to sign a contract extension. Do you want to see this happen? Jorginho, I don't think I want him to go.
Why?
He needs to be in Arsenal to help them. Well, he needs to be in the club.
If Arsenal wins the league this season, why is he going to be waiting? I mean, they have to possibly.
Yeah, they need to grow, but Jorginho is a big experience. Those guys still need a player like a Jorginho.
Very true, though. They would need experience to beef up the park.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be all young players who would lack experience for a league like the English Premier League now.
And also, Tottenham are not sleeping either. Okay, Tottenham are targeting Chelsea. Midfielder Conor Gallagher, 24, along the Mexican striker Santiago Jimenez of Feyenoord this summer. While they also eye Bournemouth English defender Lloyd Kelly, 25. We'll see this play. Brighton will be looking to Leo Kieran McKenna away from Ipswich Town if manager Roberto De Zerbi leaves the Seagulls at the end of the season. I don't know if that will come to play. But Conor Gallagher, Tottenham needs him so much. Why is he in the news? Chelsea's keeper. I don't think this guy should be talked about in the news. Why? Chelsea need to keep him. Why are you selling the Conor?
Well, the truth is,
what are you thinking?
Right now, that Chelsea team, I also feel that what Todd Bowley is going to be doing this season is cash out on some of the players.
Okay.
He bought some of them for quite a very large amount, but the contract's also very large.
Right.
The smallest, I think, is about 4 years contract that he signed. But here's the thing. At this point, he would only be hoping that some of his players would not want to leave the club because they did not make Europe, which is a major target for such young players like Conor Gallagher.
Okay, so still updates.
Tottenham is going to Europe.
Everton in the news as well. Everton could be forced to sell England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford 30 if their proposed takeover by prospective new owner 7-7 partners collapses just maybe. And also Arsenal Bayern Munich, Newcastle United are among the favourites to sign Everton. Midfielder Amadou Onana, the Belgian international. We're just looking at the transfer news, and also United are planning to stick with Ten Hag. Just maybe he might be staying back. Bruno Fernandes, 29, says his future at United will depend on whether the club wants him to stay or not. You don't dare sell Bruno, I'm just saying. Why would you want to sell Bruno? But at this point, okay, two more to give you. And Newcastle are closing in for Fulham defender De Rabiot. He's been in the news, just maybe, you might believe in. Newcastle are closing in on that guy just to make him sign for the Magpies, and he's been in the news. A lot of clubs, AC Milan, Man United, Liverpool are all keen and vying for that very man. But we go on a break right now. When we return, it will be time to give you analysis of the games that was played yesterday and games that will be played today. Talking about the Champions League game that was played at Signal Iduna Park, the UCL game, you saw Dortmund 1-0, Fulcro goal, separating both sides, and also we'll talk about tonight game, Chelsea, Tottenham. Don't forget, the last time it happened was a 4-1. Nicholas Jackson came from the bench. Not from the bench, sorry. Came from the second half and he got a hat-trick at his name. We'll talk about that. Let's go now. Stay with us.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. When your morning starts, make sure to look around for the right company to serve you everything you need to know about what's happening around you. That's why you need VOP This Morning, because we will climb this far to give you a voice in what's going on, from news, reviews, politics and the economy, sports and even entertainment. Join us weekdays 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on VOP TV. VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
All right, welcome back from that quick break. It's time for us to give you analysis of the game that was played yesterday. Let's talk about the Champions League first. We'll have it on the screen and talk about the Julian Brad's wonderful kick, the way he was dancing all around yesterday, and I love what I saw. Dortmund, David is really going to contrary, saying Dortmund would not have a way in the final, just maybe, and I'm wondering why you're saying that. But when you see a team like Dortmund, I think I see Justice Yellow. Watch the Fulcro play. I don't know who had a decent game as well, but even though
everywhere was yellow.
You could see, look at, watch the fans, watch everywhere. And we know, we watch it. It's not as if they're the only ones on the pitch now.
You turn your eye, you see yellow, you turn.
It's just about the Dortmund people, the Germans. But this man, he didn't have a good.
He didn't have a good game yesterday, really.
But he was far better than Mbappe at least.
Oh well, Mbappe has that very odd thing in football, where he just comes, deliver one game, And if the game didn't go well, the next game he wants to really fire on all cylinders.
I wish I could get that on a replay again. Just this one. I mean, we could go back again. You need to see this man I'm talking about. This is guy. He calls for the ball. When he gets the ball, Sancho was just everywhere yesterday. And I don't know, my man, that's the Sancho I'm talking about. What a move. And he had to, watch again, let's play. And he passed the ball. You should give it Sancho, because I know you don't really like him.
No.
I know he's that so indisciplined, but you don't really like Sancho.
Exactly.
But he's good on the field. He's a quality player.
I'm not fighting his quality. I'm only saying that look at that goal. Beautiful pass there.
For Crook?
Yes, beautiful pass. And of course, he connected to that ball very, very well. I mean, look at that again. What a pass. And his control was beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, I see that.
One touch.
Eyes on the ball, never stop looking at them.
Exactly, eyes on the ball. And for me, I think this goes to show that Dortmund yesterday had a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Very beautiful game.
If you say they had a beautiful game, and I still wonder why you still don't want to say they can make it to the final.
I'm only saying.
I love this man. He's my friend. The manager is... Okay.
I'm only saying going to the second leg is going to be quite difficult because I am almost certain that Luis Enrique would be coming with something different.
All right, so let's leave this phase and talk about tonight's game coming up. It will be very, very, very interesting. The last leg or the first time they played this season for 2023 was that scoreline. Did you see Chelsea getting the result 4-1? Nobody ever did see that. Kopama's penalty. Kulusevski scored. He was the first to score, and Chelsea replied. And it was a 1-1 in the first half. That's the first leg. And tonight, again, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, will be seen because the last leg, the first time they played this season, we saw Nicholas Jackson on the game. The first half, he wasn't decent. But when he returned back, he got a hat-trick to his name. And that man is a very, very quality player. Not really quality to say, though, because I know you don't like Jackson.
No. I don't see any Chelsea player, a Chelsea fan, that would like a Jackson presently.
Yeah,
he's going to cut his hair. Maybe that will.
He has done. His hair is
now.
I think some people say that no, I didn't even say it again. Someone said the way that style wasn't giving him the space to do what he wants to do. Okay. But now he's cut his hair, and they say now he's cut his hair. He's playing well.
Wait, did he play well the last time?
He tried. He had a decent game as well.
Well, I am hoping that they play well.
So what?
And defeat Tottenham.
Tottenham is looking. Ange Postecoglou needs to up his game because they might be missing in Europe. Because this season, looking at fathers played,
he will know what to hear.
Yeah, of course he will know. Not even now that he's married, he needs to celebrate well.
Well, we celebrate him here, but then we know at this point that Tottenham would have to do more. And the last time out, Arsenal were running them riot.
Yeah.
Even though they came back a bit later to play better. But again, I see today's game as one that I know Ange would not want to lose. I think Ange would win today's game.
You think so?
Painfully, right?
You don't see Chelsea making it right?
I would hope that Chelsea win because when the point is reduced, Manchester United, if they play better, they might be getting close.
Let's see how it goes. We need to go now. Don't forget the midday news is coming for 12 right here. But then the games that were played, the Aston Villa game against Olympiacos, don't miss it. Don't miss the Europa League, the very biggest game. You know how big it is. Well, let's show Boniface the best. Just do the Nigerian team, be sentimental.
The best. I am hoping that he scores and he, of course, gets to the final of another. It's going to be a beautiful one for him.
Let's go. Let's carry our back and ahead and leave. Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, thank you so very much for having me. It's been beautiful doing it, and we hope that you'll be here with us tomorrow. Have a great day ahead. God bless Nigeria.
Okay, we need to go. It's time for me to leave the show. Don't forget, tomorrow will be a very, very different time again. But on the show, I need to say that every team that wants to play today needs to work hard to get himself on the point. But lastly, to my friend Onyedi Kachi, I'm celebrating you right here on the show. I mean, this is how much I love you. And I must say congratulations again for winning the Club Bridge Player of the Month for April. And I wish you more games to be won for you. Thank you so much for watching. You are the reason why we are here. But we'll do it again tomorrow. I am Kizake, the only football player without a jersey. Tomorrow, I'll see you.